What to do, baby? We got the luckiest people who survived the impossible. What the hell is you doing? Oh my God!
Stephen McCormack.
What up, Stephen?
An experienced truck driver from New Zealand was working on his truck. He was positioned between the truck's bumper and the trailer when something crazy
I don't know if we saw this video.
He slipped and fell, but something felt off. He didn't feel just regular
pain.
He felt his body inflating like a balloon, nearly doubling in size.
We saw this story in another video.
Okay.
Yeah.
His colleagues and his son rushed to help him, quickly realizing what had actually happened. Stephen had fallen onto the brass valve that supplies compressed air to the truck's brakes. The valve punctured his bum, forcing...
Oh my God! Yep.
Nigga was hitting his prostate with compressed air. Yep. He was coming and blowing up at the same time. Yep. Oh!
Pressurized air into his body. They immediately shut off the air supply, laid him on the ground, and called an ambulance. Unfortunately, both emergency vehicles in the area were occupied, forcing him to wait in that state for an entire hour. When he finally arrived at the hospital, doctors understood the severity of his condition. The air had separated fat tissue from muscle, filling his abdomen, chest, and even the spaces around his lungs, heart, and behind his eyelids. To help him breathe, doctors inserted a tube through his ribs and into his lungs.
I remember
As for the
now.
trapped air, it had to be expelled naturally through farts, a process that took 3 days. Stephen made a full recovery, and doctors later determined that if the valve had punctured another part of his body, it could have damaged a blood vessel.
So he lucky it went up his ass. Woo! Man.
And he would have died. Joan Murray. Joan Murray was an experienced skydiver.
Oh my God.
Oh
my God.
So did we see this video?
I don't think because the video we saw had the articles. The video we saw had the actual articles.
Wait, he might be using the same stories.
Yeah, he might be
using the same stories. Okay, hold on. So we figured out that we watched this video from a talking hat, which is a different concept. So this video should be different enough.
Yeah.
Even though we saw the first air hole story, this video should be different enough. So we're gonna continue.
He would have died. Joan Murray. Joan Murray was an experienced skydiver, having already completed 35 jumps. It was supposed to be just another routine dive, and as she plummeted at 120 miles per hour, she attempted to deploy her parachute. I say attempted because it didn't open. After multiple tries...
Woo! And don't they normally have a backup thing that also probably didn't work?
Yeah.
That's scary as hell.
She reached for her reserve parachute.
Yeah, here we go.
Hit the ground, survive, ants bite her. The adrenaline from the ants bite keep her alive.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Which, to her relief, deployed successfully. However, another problem quickly arose. She began spinning uncontrollably, causing the parachute's cords to tangle into a knot, rendering it useless. She crashed into the ground at 80 miles per hour, and upon impact, she heard a loud crack before losing consciousness. Joan fell into a coma and was rushed to the hospital, where doctors performed multiple complex reconstructive surgeries.
No, that's not the one you thought it was.
Okay.
The entire right side of her body was crushed, yet incredibly, 2 weeks later, she woke up from the coma and made a full recovery. The reason she survived was just crazy. By pure chance, she landed directly on a fire ant nest, disturbing the venomous ants. In response, they came out of their nests and swarmed her body, stinging and biting her over 200 times. Fire ant venom, known as solanopsin, stimulates the nervous system. The overwhelming amount of it that was injected into her body kept her heart beating until paramedics arrived, saving her life. Margaret Guire.
Okay, so the first two we definitely saw.
Yeah.
Hopefully we didn't see the rest of these.
Hold on now. A young Canadian woman
who
had just married her husband, Herbert, in 1915. To celebrate, they decided to take a trip and boarded the RMS Lusitania in New York City, bound for Liverpool. They were enjoying their trip, having a routine dinner on the ship, when suddenly they heard a loud boom. The ship had been torpedoed by a German submarine. Herbert immediately escorted his wife Margaret to a lifeboat, where she was joined by 3 other women and a baby. However, as she looked up, she saw the ship's massive smokestacks above them, and she feared they might collapse onto their lifeboat. In a moment of panic, she climbed back up the stairs to the deck, while Herbert, believing she was safe, boarded another lifeboat with other passengers. As the Lusitania rapidly sank, Margaret tried to swim away from the wreckage, but her efforts were in vain. A whirlpool formed as the ship submerged, pulling her and 2 other men into one of the smokestacks. Miraculously, a sudden explosion from below blasted her back to the surface.
Okay, yeah, definitely.
So if she would have stayed in the boat, she would have been good.
Yeah.
She just panicked and got out the boat, ended up in the smokestack that she was scared was gonna fall on her, and they got blasted out that motherfucker like a Looney Tunes character.
Yeah,
this is crazy.
I've never seen this one.
This is absolutely bonkers.
Miraculously, a sudden explosion from below blasted her back to the surface, where she was spotted and rescued by a nearby lifeboat. As she looked around, she saw Herbert in another lifeboat crying, believing she had died. Julie McSorley.
What? Lady!
Yeah, nah.
Could have just stayed in there. She was in that motherfucker. Boo.
No, she was in that motherfucker.
Julie McSorley and Liz Cottrell were kayaking in San Luis Obispo, California,
Okay.
drawn by a spectacular event, humpback whales feeding on fish in the bay. There were lots of tourists on their boats and kayaks watching the whole thing. And even though whale watching is a popular activity, it comes with important safety precautions. Experts recommend staying at least 300 feet away from the feeding zone to avoid dangerous encounters. Unfortunately, Julie and Liz misjudged the distance. A tightly packed swarm of fish, known as a bait ball, suddenly moved alarmingly close to them. But they weren't the only ones to notice. Their presence had also caught the attention of a humpback whale.
They don't give a damn about none of that. I'm coming for food. Get out the way. Ah.
They had time to react. The whale lunged forward to swallow the fish, but in the process, it also scooped up Julie and Liz. Trapped inside its massive mouth, they probably thought that they were about to be swallowed whole. After all, humpback whales can grow up to 56 feet long, a huge size from a human perspective. However, despite their enormous mouths, humpback whales have relatively small throats, only about the size of a human fist, and capable of stretching to just 15 inches in diameter.
What? That's it?
That's crazy.
That's nuts. That big ass animal. That's why it eat these small ass fish, because it's just probably taking them down one at a time, Loki. That's crazy.
They also lack teeth, meaning the two women weren't crushed. Luckily, a whale's natural instinct is to spit out anything that isn't fish, and that's exactly what happened. Moments later, Julie and Liz were spat out from the whale's mouth and surfaced unharmed. Matthew Lowe.
Boy, imagine telling that story.
I'd love to see video of that.
Yeah, imagine telling that fucking story. I was swallowed by a whale.
Yeah.
What? No way you was swallowed by a whale. I was swallowed by a whale.
But I'm never going back to water.
Me neither. I'd never be on another kayak.
Matthew was heading to his factory for a routine shift, just like any other day. Upon arriving, he immediately got to work. As he walked past an automated conveyor belt, he suddenly felt his overall snag on something. Unfortunately, it was the conveyor itself. Before he could react, he was pulled onto the belt and dragged toward a 5-inch opening.
Talk about ouch. Talk about ouch. Talk about them clothes out.
Bro. Fucking nigga.
Cut me off. I would have been like Wolverine coming out there tight. I swear that machine would have broke today. Something's ripping. I don't give a damn. Something's ripping.
Within seconds, his entire body was forced through the narrow tunnel. He could hear the cracks of his bones as the machine...
Them clothes will get off of me. Because how am I supposed to know I'm going to survive this? How do I know I'm going to survive this? This is crazy. This is crazy. Holy moly.
Spat him out on the other side. Miraculously, he remained conscious. Matthew's agonizing screams alerted his coworkers, who rushed to the scene. What they saw was horrifying. His back was broken in 2 places, his pelvis, ribs, and...
Oh, God, it's like he got beat up by the Hulk. Luckily, it just seems like he was squeezed through a small space and not something that was crushing whatever the conveyor belt was for.
The hips were nearly completely crushed, and his abdomen was severely torn. He was rushed to the hospital, but doctors had little hope for his survival. They even advised his partner to prepare for the worst. However, against all odds, Matthew survived. After 6 surgeries and a month in the hospital, he slowly began to recover. 18 months later, he made a full recovery.
He was able to walk.
Returned to work.
Damn!
I'm suing.
The door must be closed at all times. What the hell is back here?
It's InternetCity.store.
Oh, is that new merch?
Yeah.
Artisan Worldwide.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Yeah. I'm wearing it too. Yeah. Oh, shoot.
Yeah,
sleeves.
Yeah.
Back.
Yeah.
Sleeves.
Yeah.
Sleeve.
Yeah.
Sleeve. Back. Yeah. Sleeves. InternetCity.store. Go ahead and get the new merch. Artisan Worldwide. Everything is rated R for artism. If you don't understand it, Hey, it ain't meant for you, baby. Join the crew, join the cult. Hop up in that, bruh. What's wrong with you?
I don't know. I was thinking of something clever. It's 4 a.m. We've been ghost hunting.
Yeah, we've been ghost
hunting. Buy the merch, bro.
Yeah, go ahead and get that. What the fuck is this image? Why? Oh my god. Why did we choose this video?
We? You picked it.
I didn't do anything. I might be gaslighting, but you'll never know if I am or not. I didn't do anything, okay?
Taiba, a young Indian girl, went out for a walk when she came across a construction site. She decided to explore the area.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that, kids and ladies and gentlemen, men and women. Stay out them construction zones. It's not for you.
Filled with debris and half-finished structures, making it extremely risky to navigate, especially without proper equipment or experience. As she walked through the site, she tripped and fell neck first onto it.
Oh my god. 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 I can't stop. We gotta get through it. We gotta get through it.
A metal rod protruding from a brick. Bystanders witnessed the horrifying scene and immediately called for an ambulance. When Taiba arrived at the hospital, doctors were stunned. Miraculously, the rod had missed all vital nerves and blood vessels.
Oh my god, but it's through her shit. That bitch. Oh, it's making my skin crawl.
Oh, it's making my skin crawl.
I can't.
After a 35-minute surgery, doctors successfully removed the rod. Amazingly, she was discharged just 3 days later.
What?
Had she fallen just a few inches further forward, she would have died.
She was gone. She was gone.
Frane Selak is an elderly music teacher from Croatia, and he's both the luckiest and unluckiest man on earth.
Okay.
His first crazy experience happened in 1962 when he was on a train. A fault in the tracks caused the train to derail and plunge into the freezing river below.
Wow.
Most passengers either died in the crash or drowned in the submerged train, but Frane miraculously survived with only a broken arm and managed to swim to shore. In 1960,
and then a year later something else happened?
Bro, definitely.
Frane, yeah, he was in Final Destination for a little while right there.
1963, just a year after the train incident, he was on a small plane when, mid-flight, both engines failed. As the aircraft
God was trying to get
God damn, Frane!
God was trying to
both engines failed?
God was trying to get rid of this nigga.
Boy, he's fighting death itself.
Bro, God, like, this nigga's a bad guy.
He gotta go.
The plane when, mid-flight, both engines failed. As the aircraft went into a free fall, a malfunctioning door blew open, yanking Frane out of the plane. Without a parachute, he must have thought he was going to die. The plane crashed into a hill, killing all 19 passengers on board. However, Frane survived by landing on a haystack, escaping with only minor injuries.
Ain't no goddamn way. There's no, this way.
Bro, lucky as hell.
The boy, whoever put that haystack, I would have been like, oh, thank you. Have you hear about what happened recently?
What?
A window bust open on a plane and sucked the dude halfway out. Why you what? I can't keep dropping this information on like
you can't. But like
he survived. It only sucked him halfway out the window. He was wearing a seatbelt and all.
You know how tiny a plane would do it?
That bit bust open and
wait, was that in the sky?
Yes. Hold on. Let me get you an image. Okay, so they took the video down, bro, but there's a lot of. I'm guessing the image wasn't the real image, but this the seat. Right here. Window bust open, and there was a picture of a lady holding him across her lap. Yeah.
I'm suing.
Man. Oh, suing the hell out of. Oh, was it? Let's keep it a buck. That's the image.
No way.
Man getting sucked out of a plane. Yeah, and suing the hell out of them, bro. Jesus.
2 years later.
And Ryan Air is supposedly the spirit of goddamn Frane.
2 years. 1965, he was traveling on a bus that was crossing a bridge. The icy conditions caused the bus's wheels to lock up, sending the vehicle crashing through the safety barrier and into the valley below. 4 passengers lost their lives, yet Frane survived once again. After multiple accidents involving public transportation, he decided to rely on his own car, only to find that it wasn't any safer. In 1970, while driving, his engine suddenly burst into flames. Miraculously, he managed to jump out in time and survived, but this wasn't his only brush with fire. 3 years later,
Hold on, bro. I gotta see if this nigga exists.
He gotta be dead by now.
Nah, he can't exist.
Frane Selak. Oh, he gonna come up. He gonna come up, bro. This some bull. This.
Oh, the world's luckiest man.
Luckiest unlucky man. Wow.
1973, while driving another car, the fuel pump ruptured, causing yet another
Oh
fire.
my Jesus.
This time, the flames were blown directly toward him through the air vents. Despite suffering burns, he once again managed to escape. As if that weren't enough, in 1975...
Bro, God was trying to get this nigga off this bitch.
Jesus Christ.
He's like, bro.
What did he do?
Bro, this nigga.
What did he do?
This nigga gotta be a bad
Did he
guy.
get hit by a bus?
He survived being hit by a bus. Then, just a year later, he had another near-death experience when his car fell off a mountain road, plummeting 300 feet after a...
Nah, nigga, stay in the house.
He's
Stay
dead.
Stay in the house.
He dead now.
Huh?
He dead now.
No, well, God damn it.
He had another near-death experience when his car
He didn't die from this.
fell off a
dead
mountain
now.
road,
He
plummeting
took-
300
in
feet after a
2016.
careless driver forced him off the road. The car exploded upon impact,
Jesus
but Frame
Christ.
managed to survive by jumping out of the vehicle's...
Christ.
Bro, what the fuck? This nigga.
How many times is he gonna jump out of public
This
transport?
nigga is Jason Bourne.
Jeez.
window mid-fall and landing on a tree. And by the way, he won the lottery in 2003.
Yeah. Luckiest man to ever do it, bro. He deserved that lottery win.
What age did he die at?
What was it?
It had to be past 70.
He died at 87.
Yeah. Yeah, nah, Frank, goddamn. W Video Paint Explainer, I guess. Jeez. Hey, shout out Frank Selleck, bro. Man.
That's